Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. It's Sunday. I'm going to be using this blade for the last time, even if I get a good shave from it, because I'm getting withdrawal symptoms from my DE razors. Now I'll probably chuck the blade, or I might keep it and use it again. It depends really how this shave goes today. So I'm going to be using Jeeves of Hudson Street Turkish Bath. I love the scent on this, the performance is superb. It's just got a real creamy chocolatey note to it. It's got a, I mean, it almost smells, I know it's called Turkish Bath, but it's got a Turkish delight sort of scent to it. It's got that chocolatey, aromatic sort of scent, and it's really nice. And it's got a good scent strength for that sort of soap. Now it does smell very similar to Wrigley Tin Goat's Milk soap from South Africa, and it's sort of borderline similar sort of working soap as well. They both come in pucks, they both look the same, they both smell the same. Obviously different formulas, but they're pretty similar. So, the brush once again is the Morrison Fondren 28mm 3-band blonde badger. I've had this soaking now for about, probably going on 10 minutes. Just giving it a good thing. I'm not going to shake out today. I'm going to really try and load the shit out of this. You can see all the tips on that. This thing is absolutely just full of hook tips on it when it's dried out and bloomed. It's a beautiful looking brush. Right, straight into the dry soap. As you guys know, I do not bloom soaps. I don't care what brush I'm using. If the soap's not good enough to be used dry, it's not in my den. It's been sold, piffed, or traded. Now I'm going to really go to town on loading this today. Just see what sort of load that we can get into the brush and what sort of shave I can get from it. I've lost a few hairs there. Now as Stephen the Suffolk shaver says, with a not so dense you're bound to lose some sort of hairs. Just sort of surprised with that I'm losing so much. Because this knot, I would have thought would have been pretty much broken in and lost the mainstay of its sort of hairs. It would have lost most of them. I'm going to give it a really good load today. Managed to watch the Celtic game yesterday, which was great. Almost didn't because my internet TV wasn't working, and fuck me, I was pissed off. 10 minutes to go to kick off and still couldn't get it working, then all of a sudden it started working just like 5 minutes before. I'd have been a very, very unhappy man if it hadn't been ready to go. Right, this is super, super loaded, I think. It looks really caked all the way through the fibres of the hairs, right to the base of the knot. One water shave today. Just had a shower, so I'm going for the full hot water effect. Let's just see how it feels. I'm going to paint this on first. Yeah, it's definitely a lovely scented soap, this one, I've got to say. So I'm still using a light touch. I'm not pushing down heavy on this brush at all. I'm pushing, you can just see the difference. That's about as hard as I'm pushing, just that little bit of splay there. I'm just going to dip my tips a bit. I'm still not quite got it down yet that I don't have to add any water, but my lather yesterday was far, far better than the first day, and I'm expecting this one, because I've loaded the brush really heavily, to be better than yesterday's. I can already see that it's better than yesterday's lather already. And that's nothing to do with the soap itself, because the soap I used yesterday's great soap. It's mainly the technique of the brush. trying to figure out the best way to use it. Now, I am by no means an expert at all. I'm not even an expert in shaving whatsoever. But when it comes to these natural hairbrushes, I've got really no clue whatsoever. But after 3 days using this brush, you cannot argue with that lather. That is absolutely impeccable. I've loaded the brush way more than I did yesterday. It's right down through the fibres, and that lather is superb. It's as good as a synthetic lather that I've created, if I'm honest, I must say. It definitely is. Still hasn't changed my mind on synthetics, but then again, this is the 3rd day on a natural hairbrush. I'm really impressed with this lather today. That's really nice. Lovely gloss to it, lovely shine. Just checking the lights were on there. Right, the gem style razor again, the Micromatic bullet point. As you can see down the bottom here, this is why it's based, they're called the bullet point. There is 9 dots on there. And there should be, yeah, 11 dots on there. So 20 shaves on this one single blade with this one single edge. This is shave number 21. Like I say, I'll be stopping here. I've had enough of this, driving me nuts. It's lasting far too long. My head shave video yesterday, played a bit of music through it. Pain in the arse. I got so many little copyright things coming through, and I had to sort of try and take music out and try and change it and do all sorts of shit, so I'm not going to play music anymore. What a pain in the arse it is. And because of the copyright, if it's a British song, they stop the people in Britain from watching it. If it's a Dutch song, you can't watch it in Holland. If it's Spanish, you can't watch it in Spain. Which is a bit of a shame, because I quite enjoyed it, but then again it actually knocked me off my stride a bit yesterday, because that TV is just a bit loud. Just give me a second. Yeah. Alright, we're back. Yeah, I think the blade's pretty much done anyway. This is pretty much. It's not tugging per se, but it's not cutting smoothly like it even did yesterday. It's smooth, but it's just not as smooth. That to me is always a tester when I go into my lip. You guys will know, so sensitive. If it's tugging the hairs out, you can feel it. I don't feel it, it just cuts the hairs. But the main reason why I'm changing over, I'm getting rid of this blade and going back to my D's for a little bit, just for a little bit of change up. These are my routine now forever. But the main reason I'm taking this blade out is on this part of my chin here, it's just not doing the job anymore. It lasts about 3 hours and then it's back again to here. Yeah, it's just not cutting close enough. Right. There's that awesome Jeeves of Hudson slickness. It really is amazing slickness. Right, here we go. there is definitely, in my opinion, if you jump from synthetic to a 28mm natural fibre brush like a Badger or a Bow, something this size, it's a shock to the system. But once again, this is the second lather from this load, and it's really good. I can't say anything bad about it. It really is excellent. The brush is still tight, so hopefully get a good third lather, and then I'll probably just lather up a fourth time again, as I did yesterday, just to see what the amount of soap's left's like, and just see what I can get out of it. Done it with a shave. Get my football shirt on. I'm going to go and do a bit of shopping, a bit of food shopping. Yeah, I think what's happening now, and it's probably been happening maybe the last 3 or 4 shaves, on this section of my neck here, under my chin. Oh, the slickness on this soap's amazing. It's just not efficient enough now. The blade doesn't have enough edge left to really get super close. But it still gives a great shave. I can't emphasise that enough. It's not that it's a poor shave, it's just not slick, and it's not close enough on the chin round here. I just don't know why. I can get it sort of close everywhere else, just not this section right here. It could be the angle, and when you're on that part of your chin, there's only a very small amount of blade actually on your skin, so let's make things a little bit more difficult. I'm just going to add just a touch more water to my face, and here we go. Lather number 3 from the Morrison 428mm 3-band Blonde Badger. From one load, albeit a heavier load. Now the upside to a Badger knot, the only upside I'm finding really, I mean this feels beautiful on the face. You have to work harder to get your lather. But the sort of main upside to it is you go through soap quicker, which might cost more in the long run, but at least you can buy different scents quicker. I've got far too much soap anyway, but for those out there that want to get through the soap quicker, go natural. Don't buy a synthetic. Yeah, that's a lovely lather again. So that's the third lather from the brush. You guys know that because you're watching it, but you might have jumped in and just jumped to sort of 10 minutes in, or however far I'm in now since I've stopped the video and restarted it. But I can't argue with that. I feel like I've sort of not nailed it, but I've got 90% of the way there with the brush today, knowing how much water to leave in it. How much to load. Even there, that's against the grain here, and it's still smooth, it just whips through it. I get to this point over the last 5 or 6 shaves with this razor blade, and I think, fucking hell, why am I getting rid of it? It's just time to change. 21 shaves out of a blade is phenomenal. By any standards, by any blade. Hear that? There's 21 shaves on a blade, and no weepers, no cuts, no irritation that I can feel anyway. Just gonna slickness on this silk is really exceptional. I do love it, and the scent is really warming. It's pretty cold today. Okay, I'm just going to lather up again just to see how much I get out of this brush. Right, let's have a bit of an experiment here. I'm just going to clip the tips. Now, I've been watching a new TV show with the wife called Ozark. It's sort of based in the Ozarks over in America. Jason Bateman is the sort of main character. I can't remember the woman that plays his wife, but I don't like her as an actress, but she plays the part really well because I don't like her. It fits really well. Excellent, excellent TV show. It's another Netflix one, so I don't know how many more of them we'll see. Because it sounds like they're in the shit with debt. Well, look at that, guys. That's 4 lathers from this brush, and I can tell you what, there's enough in there for another 2 or 3. But this is thick, it's creamy, it smells great, and the brush is performing exceptionally well. I can't really argue with it at all. Right, what I am going to do, I'm just going to empty that out. I'm just going to Right, just tried to rinse my razor in an empty sink. Very good. But yeah, if you rinse it, if you enjoyed Breaking Bad TV show, which was massive all around the world, and it's still watched today even though it's finished. This is a slightly different take on drug. This is more about money laundering and washing money and things like that. Really, really good stories, and the characters are great. It's different. I haven't seen anything like it. No doubt there is something like it. Well, the post-shave feel on this soap is really, really outstanding. I said it when I did the review, I remember, that it's one of the best soaps I'd used. It really is exceptional soap. You can still see that my hands are just gliding over my skin. I've rinsed that off heavily and I've still got a bit of residue on here, which is beautiful. It just feels silky smooth. And one thing I have to really bring up about this razor and this blade combo, not even so much the combo, but it's more so the blade. I've used that 21 shaves in a row now, that blade, on face shaves. I've done it with 3 days growth, 2 days growth. Mainly it's been everyday shaves. My skin hasn't been this good for as long as I can remember, and that's using that razor every day. So it'll be interesting to see how I go with the DE blades again, because I know I'm going to get a closer shave if I want to, because it's a thinner blade, they are sharper. This is just super smooth, and that is just the end of it, and it doesn't cause you any irritation. It doesn't cause me any irritation. I mean, that's a superb shave, it really is. Wow. Right, let's just give the brush a bit of a empty out. I could have actually thrown the lather out there because there's so much lather in this knot. I forgot. I got a bit carried away. I'm losing quite a lot of hairs out of this brush. Like I say, I'm not too worried because it is super dense. I mean, it is really, really dense. And it's obviously travelled to the other side of the world now. Yeah, you can see there. I mean, you can actually see how dense it is. I can't actually squish it any more than that. And all those gel tips in there, it's just gorgeous. It really is a nice brush. I still don't prefer it over my synthetics, but it definitely gives you a different outlook on natural hair brushes when you use a knot that's not a cheap shitty Chinese knot, and it's actually been prepared a little bit more meticulously, I suppose you could say. I mean, they're lovely brushes, and they were 300. Well, I keep saying to people it's 300, but it was actually, in terms of Australian dollars, $350 Australian for this brush. Is it worth 350? But I said, fuck, it's not worth 350 bucks. I don't know how much time and effort went into this. I think mainly you're paying for the name and the brand, and possibly a bit to do with the actual hairs that I used in it as well. The actual fibres themselves. But it's not worth 350 bucks. I had an opportunity and I grabbed it. I'm sort of glad I did. I wouldn't change it now. I really enjoy this. This brush would probably stay in my den now. It is a beautiful brush. I mean, that bloom is just phenomenal. When the water's in it and you squeeze it, it pulls it in tight again, and then when you're actually face lathering, it doesn't go to this size because the soap holds it a little bit closer, so you sort of, it's a smaller diameter, but it's a really impressive brush. I mean, in fact, I could take a photograph of this in HD and it would show you all the tips on it. It really looks phenomenal, it really does. But that bloom, just to show you, I'm just trying to think what the sort of biggest knot I've got is. I mean, that's it. So that's the brush fully bloomed. Really, it'll bloom out a little bit more as it dries. It definitely will. But that's my 25mm Black Wolf fan, and you can see the difference. Obviously, there's quite a difference in actual loft. But in terms of actual size, this thing is just a monster. An absolute monster. It smells incredible. Right, so the soap was Jeeves of Hudson Street Turkish Bath. It's incredible soap, it really is. Oh, it's just got a lovely chocolatey note for me. I love it. I think it's brilliant. Chocolatey and sort of spicy. It really is nice. Herbal sort of scent. It's beautiful. Lovely. And I've just squished it into this tub down here. I didn't even grate this one. I just squished it in because it was quite soft. But it smells out of this world. The razor was the Micromatic Bullet Point from Gem. And the blade was a Ted Pella stainless PTFE coated blade. I think it's a 12103 blade on the Ted Pella site, I think. But this thing has just knocked me for 6. 21 shaves on this blade. I won't lie to you, I could get more out of it, but I'm happy to stop at 21. I think 21 shaves from any blade and just impressive, and it's still smooth and comfortable and giving me irritation-free shaves at 21 shaves. So that says a lot for the blade, says a lot for the razors, and obviously technique comes into it. But I started the journey with a single edge blade 21 shaves ago. That was the first time I'd ever used one of these, and 21 shaves later my skin feels and looks better than it has done for as long as I can remember. So yeah, just massive thanks to Oive Chapel for actually really not forcing it down my throat, but saying that I really need to try one. So I bit the bullet and I bought one, literally bit the bullet point and bought one, and I haven't looked back. I absolutely love them. It's probably my favourite razors in the den now. Doesn't matter what I pick up, the Mergrest, the Wunderbar, anything. In terms of face shaving, it is my #1 go-to razor now, and it probably will be until something else comes along. But something to come along and do a better job than that, I would be absolutely amazed. So I'm just going to finish off with a bit of Humphreys Lilac today. Now for some reason, I don't know whether I react to the lilac, this one gives a real good burn, almost like alcohol. It goes away very quickly, but it's out of all the Humphreys, that one is the real punchy one. So go for that, and I think I'll finish off with a bit of Barbasol today. So the great thing with the witch hazel is it dries in, absorbs into your skin really quickly. Even though it's a very, very wet product, it's practically water. So here we go, just a little blob of that. Not that I need it, because the post shave with Jeeves is absolutely incredible. Brian Postlethwaite, I really nailed the formula. It really is as good as the best. And they've all got little things that make them slightly better than others. I mean, the Holy Call donkey milk formula has got the most beautiful luxurious lather. I still find Barrister and Man and Wickham soaps offer me the best scent in terms of what actually brings back memories to me and does things for me. But all these little companies, I mean, I'm saying little, but companies that aren't as well known, Jeeves at Hudson Street, and then you've got Stash Soapworks, all these little, the smaller ones that are coming through now and actually starting to get bigger, Vida over at Oleo Soapworks. They're making great products, they're all doing their own thing, they're all making their own formulas, and they're all bringing out great soaps. So as much as I use these soaps, I should actually check the price on this. I haven't checked the price on this one, but Jeeves of Hudson Street I don't think would be too expensive. It's veteran owned, and I just don't think it would cost too much in terms of if you were going between that and like Holy Call, which is $24 I think it is for Holy Call. I hope I've got that right, I hope I haven't made it more expensive than it is, but it's, like I say, cost doesn't affect me. If I want to buy something based on scent or based on what someone else says that I trust, I just buy it. That's just the way it is. If I can't afford it, I don't buy it. If I can't afford it, I buy it, and that's it. I couldn't give it a rat's ass if it's $30 or it's $15. If the product's great and it smells great and it does the job great, then it's worth it to me. It doesn't matter what the price is really. And that's about all I've got to say on it. So other than that, you guys have a wonderful end to your weekend. Back to work tomorrow. I'm taking my daughter to a dance competition, or a dance audition tomorrow for a company based out of New York called Joffrey Dance School. So she's going there to see if she can maybe try and get a scholarship or something out of it. But more for the experience. If she gets nothing out of it, anything, she'll get some experience from it, which is great. So that, guys, was an exceptional shave. The brush performed admirably. I was really, really impressed with the brush today. I seem to have sort of found a bit of a jam with it, and it's starting to work a bit more. I'm loading the pace. So you guys seen it. I'm just talking shit now. Thanks very much for tuning in. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Cheers.